New developments tonight in the deadly mass shooting at Lincoln University. The Chester County District Attorney identifying the suspect they have in custody and the young man killed. 6 other people were injured during homecoming weekend, including a Lincoln student and alum. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Sheba Russell. The suspect is charged with a gun offense as authorities investigate whether that firearm was used in the shooting and how many people may have been involved. The FBI is now part of the probe. Our Kelly Rule reports.
The Chester County District Attorney identified the victim killed in this shooting as a 25-year-old Delaware man. Of the 6 other victims, he says one is a current student, one is an alum, and the rest are not directly affiliated with the university.
All we saw was people running. So once we seen people running, we started running.
A snapshot of the chaos at Lincoln University last night following a shooting that broke out during homecoming celebrations. The gunfire injured 6 people and killed a 25-year-old man, Juwan Jeffers, from Wilmington, Delaware. The Chester County District Attorney now urging anyone with videos like this to send them in as they continue to investigate.
We are in this for the long haul, and we're going to make sure that this campus is absolutely safe and that the people who came onto this campus and decided to ruin homecoming weekend with gunfire are held accountable.
Today, the DA announced the arrest of a Wilmington man, Zacchaeus Morgan Thompson, for carrying a concealed firearm without a license. Court documents say an officer saw Morgan Thompson with a handgun he claimed to be his mother's.
I cannot confirm, however, right now at this time, whether or not the gun that was found on him was used in the shooting. We have further things to do before we can confirm or deny that. We're operating under the belief that the shooter or shooters in this case did not come here with a specific design to cause a mass casualty event.
The DA says the gunfire, which might have involved multiple shooters, broke out during a jam-packed post-football game tailgate party. The aftermath still visible today as investigators, which includes the FBI, comb for evidence.
That parking lot is large. There's a lot of debris and trash strewn everywhere. And so we're working through that to make sure that we can get a proper count of shell casings recovered.
The university announced that classes are canceled Monday, saying in a statement to students, quote, "We continue to work closely with law enforcement to ensure justice and safeguard the well-being of our campus community. Together, we remain Lincoln University strong and Lincoln University resilient," end quote. A student and his friend visiting campus told Fox 29 about the chaos last night.
We did hear the gunshots. It was like very loud, like almost popped my ears and stuff like that.
The DA's office is urging anybody that has video or that witnessed the shooting to come forward and talk with them as they continue to try to piece this timeline together. The university says they are holding a gathering at noon tomorrow on campus, and they're also offering counseling services for students and staff. We have more information about that on fox29.com. Reporting outside Lincoln University, I'm Kelly Rule, Fox 29 News.
What's good, brothers? Governor Jay back with another reaction video, presenting facts over fiction to give you the knowledge that you've been missing. Welcome to the channel. Please put your emotions to the side and definitely hit that like and subscribe. All right. So today, man, we're going to have to talk about these shootings that done occurred at these HBCUs, man, especially the ones that the 2 that just occurred over this past weekend at Lincoln University primarily, but also it was another shooting over there at Howard University down in DC. Now, we're going to have to talk about this, man, especially the one in Lincoln, man, because, you know, it's kind of hit home for me because I recently just visited Lincoln University campus like maybe about 2-3 weeks ago for the first time ever, right? I had never been out that way. You know what I'm saying? Out there, what's that, like Chester County, way out there in the sticks. You know what I mean? But I was down in Baltimore, and on the ride back from Baltimore this time around, I decided to take Route 1, right, instead of 95, just to go see, you know what I mean, the university. I don't know why. I just was like, you know what, let me go check it out because I never had been there, never seen it. I was expecting it to be somewhat like my HBCU, which is Cheney University, right, which is a little bit closer to Philly. It's also out there in the sticks, but just not as far as Lincoln. That's the only reason I never went to go check Lincoln out. Never been there. That joint a little far, you know what I mean? But I was pleasantly surprised, man. Lincoln University campus is nice, man. It's beautiful over there. You know what I mean? I went over there. I was shocked because I was expecting it to be like Cheney. You know what I mean? Anybody who been at Cheney University, you know what Cheney hitting for, man. Cheney kind of rough, man, because, you know, over there the grass is brown, right? The grass don't never turn green over there. It's always brown, right? You got bandos, you got whole buildings, bandos over there on Cheney campus. Man, the outside basketball courts and all that, the football little facility, all that stuff run down, trashy, you know what I'm saying? You can't even go play ball on the courts over there, man. It's bad over there, you know what I mean? But when I pulled up to Lincoln campus, I'm like, damn, this how they doing it? This how they carry it over here? Like, they got all they stuff look brand new. Now, I don't know how new it is, you know what I mean? Because I you know, it's my first time being there, but the football stadium and all that, man, that campus, man, is nice over there, man. So when I hear about this shooting, I'm like, man, see, here go these niggas again, man. Always with the bulls, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna have to talk about it, brothers. Like, we want to talk about it, man. Like, now down there, Howard University homecoming shooting, that's normal, right, for Howard. Like, anybody who been to Howard, you know Howard in the middle of the hood. Howard's in, what's that, Northeast D.C. It's in the middle of the hood. Georgia Avenue, if I'm not mistaken, come on now. Shooting that's going to happen over there, it's going to happen every year. It's going to be some type of shooting that happens over there, near campus, on campus. That's a given. That's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's an HBCU, but it's similar to like, it's like Temple University in the middle of North Philly. Yeah, it's a shooting that's going to occur on campus, right off campus, every few weeks. You know what I'm saying? But out there in where Lincoln's at, come on now. That's like that's Amish land out there, man. I was like, yo, when I drove up there, I was seeing Amish folks on horse and buggies on the side of the road. Like, I didn't even know they was out there. I thought that was just a Lancaster thing. Yeah, I know it's Amish folks, you know, in different states. I know they in Ohio and Kentucky and different little states and all that. But from what I know over here, I just know it for Lancaster County. Like, I didn't know they was in Chester County. Like, I'm seeing horse and buggies, everything out there near Lincoln. It's a bunch of white folks out there, a bunch of whitey out there. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but whitey out there. And farmland, big houses, woods. You out there in the sticks, man. And then you get to Lincoln and it's like, yeah, here go where all the niggas is. There's nothing but niggas over there, right? But it's nice, though. It's nice. So I'm disappointed, man, to see this shooting, man. And I've noticed a pattern, brother. Y'all tell me if y'all noticed a pattern, man. When it comes to some of these crimes that occur out that way in Chester County, Pennsylvania, a lot of times it be these little niggas that drive up from Delaware. They come up from Wilmington or whatever, and they go over there. They go out there to Chester County, whether it's Westchester or any of them other little towns out that way. And they, you know, they be the niggas out there causing the problems and stuff. Like, it's always like these niggas drive up 202 and then they end up in Chester County and they doing all kind of crime and shit. Like, and that's apparently that's where this nigga's from. He's from Wilmington, but I ain't gonna front, man. Taking a good look at him, right? And this hyphenated last name, what's his name? Morgan Thomas or something like that. He don't look like he one of us, brothers. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean? He don't look like one of us. He look like what they would call a tether. He sounded like a tether. You know what I mean? With the double the hyphenated last name and just the look of him, he looked like a Caribbean. He looks like a Caribbean to me because Black Americans, we don't really do the two last names like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that, right? If anybody do it, it might be a black woman. It might be a woman who might do it, but for a dude to do it, nah, that ain't typically how we do as Black American men. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's a tether, but I'm not going to go too far down that rabbit hole because at the end of the day, you got a lot of Black American YNs committing these fucking mass shootings too. We doing these crimes too. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to get too deep into that because we doing these crimes too. A lot of them. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? What I have noticed, which seems to be the story almost 100% of the time, not all the time, right? Not all the time, but most of the times is that these little niggas is getting raised up by these single mothers. Now, this dude looks like a grown-ass man. He don't look like he underaged or nothing, right? A grown-ass man, they talking about they found him with a gun and he talking about it's his mother's gun. Why are you running around with your mother's gun? You know what I'm saying? Unless that's who he's living with, right? That's who he's with. That's who raised him up. He running around with his mother's gun, potentially shooting up a college campus. Now, my honest thoughts, right? Usually when it's these little niggas, these YNs, these minors that's doing all these shootings out here in the city, I believe that, especially if they're committing these crimes with somebody else's gun, particularly the parent's gun, usually the mother's gun, I believe the parent should go to jail, right? When the little YN is shooting up the bus stop or he's shooting up the corner, wherever he's shooting up, if he's using his parent's gun or whoever's gun it is, they need to go to jail too. That's what that's what I believe. They need to start enforcing that. But I'm not going to go that far when it comes to this dude because he looks like he's a grown man. That would be opening up a can of worms that I don't want open for law enforcement to take it to where a grown person commits a crime using someone else's property and then you go charge that other person too. I'm not going for that unless they can prove that that other person gave them that weapon to go commit that crime. Then it's like, okay, well, you're implicated at that point in the crime as well. But if that ain't the case, if the homeboy just took the gun without the mother's knowledge, or whether it's a straw purchase, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be, but she didn't give him the gun with the intent to go commit that crime, then nah, I don't think the mother should go to jail in that case. But they're gonna have to look into it. All right, I'm put it like that. They're gonna have to look into it. If they can prove that she is involved, well, then lock her ass up too, man. Because I'm tired of these shootings, man. These mass shootings, right, where these little niggas is just pulling up any old where, you know what I mean, making these, doing these crimes any old where, man. I mean, these niggas is out in the sticks. You at Lincoln University shooting up the spot, man. Come on, that's a nice school right there, man. In the middle of the woods, in the middle of the farms. How you pull up out there? Like I said, at Howard, all right, man, that's a given they're going to be shooting at Howard. Any of these other schools in the middle of the ghetto, in the middle of the hood, yeah, they're going to be shootings at the schools. Bro, you way out there in the middle of the boondocks. And that's where you go drive up there. Ain't no bus routes going out there. It ain't like Cheney, right? Cheney, you got bus route go from 69th Street, you know what I mean? Take you out to Cheney. You got bus route go straight from Chester, take you out to Cheney, you know what I'm saying? And they don't even got little niggas going out there shooting it up like that. Now, I ain't gonna go as far as say it don't happen, because from what I researched, they did have a shooting at Cheney last April, you know what I mean? Spring semester, this past spring semester, they had a shooting over there. Let me pull that up, man. It was a shooting over there at Cheney. It says there was at least one shooting incident at Cheney University in April 2025. A 19-year-old visitor to the campus sustained a gunshot wound. I didn't get too deep into it. That's all I pulled up right there. But when it comes to Lincoln, surprisingly, right, there's been a couple shootings. We got here April 2023. All right, so we talked about 2 years ago, spring semester. It says 2 women were shot on campus during the Yard Fest event. One bullet passed through a woman's thigh and hit the other in her ankle. Neither were students. Okay, so once again, you got these people that's not students showing up at a campus event, and they getting shot. You know what I mean? Being shot at, getting shot probably by people who aren't students. But my thing is, like, you go way out there to the sticks to commit these crimes. Like what's up with these niggas, man? How you think you gonna get away? Like, what make them think they gonna get away? You drive way out there to Lincoln University, way in the middle of Amish land, nothing but white folks around in there. Nothing but white folks. And you know the police is monitoring that whole campus. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, Lincoln's got their own police, just like Cheney got their own police. And whatever happens on campus, they tend to, like any college, right? They're going to tend to suppress the crimes that are happening on campus. But when you got these people that aren't students pulling up the campus and committing crimes, then yeah, the campus police can't suppress that. You got to get the local authorities involved as well. And you think them police out there, you think you going to get away? I hope little nigga didn't think he was going to go to drive back to Wilmington and just be cool. And you done shot up the homecoming. You thought you was going to be cool? Like, these niggas, man. it's crazy, man. Right here, we got another incident at Lincoln back in 2015. So we talk about 10 years ago. Say shots were fired in a dorm building on campus, but no one was reported injured in that incident. All right, so, you know what I mean? So things are happening out there, you know what I mean? And it's just the shootings. We ain't going to get into none of the other type of crimes that constantly occur on college campuses across this country. All right, we ain't got to get into that. My thing is, brothers, we got to talk to our fellow brothers, man, whether they be these Pookie Ray Ray type niggas like this, right? These you know what I mean? We going to have to talk, like, because I know that this dude may be a tether, but we know we got black American men that commit the same crimes. You know, we off that FBA shit. Them FBA niggas can point out all the tether crimes all day long and turn a blind eye to all our degeneracy all day long. We can't do that over here, man, right? We try to create a brotherhood of productive black men, and we need to change the narrative, right? We need to show and prove that, hey, we ain't with that shit that's going on, man, in the black American community, and we're gonna have to address it. We can't ignore it and think that the problem's gonna go away. We can't just deflect all the issues onto the tethers and act like, oh yeah, well, we perfect. Our backyard is clean. We know it ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? We might be clean over here, right? Because we productive black men. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man, the image that's being portrayed by the media, right? By everybody, by the white folks, by the sisters. It's all that we ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We all thugs. We all criminals. We know that that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have to address it, man. We gotta talk about it. You know what I mean? We gotta really talk about it. Now, picture this, man. Any of y'all who ever been on a college campus, right? Especially at HBCU campus, right? You know they overrun with black women. Overrun with black women. But you know what I'm saying? And the narrative is that, well, it ain't enough good black men out there, which is bullshit, right? But we know, even when the sisters go to college, man, they still like to run around with the thug and the criminal, man, that's still back in the hood, selling drugs, right? Shooting up the block, committing crimes, robbing, scamming, all that type of shit. They love them dudes, man. They love them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga looked like one of them. He looked like one of them, raised by probably his mother, you know what I mean, who also like criminals and thugs and gangbangers and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got some portion of black women that they love those type of niggas, but yeah, they'll raise their son. They'll try to raise their son not to be that. But come on, like the son going to witness, the son know. The son going to look at the type of dudes the mother runs around with. Then he going to look at the dudes who get all the play in the hood on a regular basis anyway. It's always going to be the criminal, drug dealer, scammer, robber, etc. The killer. Then he gonna be like, man, shit, I want some pussy too. I gotta go be that. You know what I'm saying? If I want to attract these black women, right, I gotta stay loyal. I gotta stay down, and I gotta get with a black woman. I gotta go be a criminal. I gotta be a thug too. This is what's going on out here. We all know it. You know what I mean? Niggas can act and play dumb all you want. We know that's the case, man. Because when you got a productive black brother, a young buck too, especially when you talk about the young folks. If you a productive black man, you intelligent, you getting good grades, man, come on, man. They gonna call you a nerd and all that type of shit. Nerd, that's like a slur. They still throwing that nerd word around like a slur nowadays in 2025, man. I seen a young brother on TikTok. He was all down for the FBA and all that stuff, right? He make his little content with the Black American heritage flag all in the background. He a little different, right? I don't want to go as far as to call him weird, because then I will be wrong to do that. But he's just different. He's like an alternative type black dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's on there talking about, man, he done with FBA, right? He's done with black women, all that. You know what I mean? Because he's tired of being ostracized for being different, right? Because he like a different kind of music. I think he's into like martial arts or something else. And all through the comments, you got people coming at him talking about he's a lame, he's a nerd, he's a weirdo, he's a square. Black men and women. Well, I don't know if I should call them men, but let's just say the black males and, of course, the women or whatever, right? They coming at him left and right. And I'm like, damn, I just seen, I'm like, bro, I had to make a comment, bro. I feel you. I got off that FBA train too, man. Them niggas full of shit. Like, let's be real. They full of shit. They over there running behind Keisha and following whatever she do now. It wasn't like that in the beginning. It wasn't like that in the beginning, but that's what it done turned into. So I agree with him, and it's a shame, man. It's a shame. This is what's going on out here, man. But like I said, man, we're going to have to talk about it, man. Gotta talk about it. Can't ignore it. Can't ignore it. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Yo, like, comment, subscribe, share this content. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next one. Take it easy.